It's Wednesday, March 7th, 2018, and it's time for Eezeey Gamer. It's the Wednesday show. Do them every Wednesday. Eezeey Gamer. Every once in a while, I'll sprinkle one in somewhere else. Lately, I haven't had a whole lot of gaming topics I've really wanted to talk about. This one might be controversial. I say that a lot. I guess it's only controversial if people are watching it. But before I get into the actual topic, there are a couple little things I wanted to touch on real quick. I had a video that I did a little while back on the games that I would like to see sequels for. One of the games was a game called Fear Effect. Well, they made one just recently. It came out, and it's a top-down 3/4 shooter. It looks pedestrian. It's $20. I'm probably going to get it, but not until it's like 10. I'm not getting that game at full price because it doesn't look like a Fear Effect game to me. So it's cool that the Fear Effect franchise is alive, I guess, in some way, shape, or form. But I don't like this direction. But I'm still going to give the game a chance because I love the Fear Effect. It looks like it has Hannah, Rain, Royce, and Deke. And then some weirdo on the left-hand side that I'm not sure about. But I'll probably give it a try, but not at full price. I can't pull the trigger on that because it doesn't look like the games I played. And it's not even a kind of a game that I like to play, those top-down 3/4 view shooters. So it's going to have to go on sale. Another one, Forza car packs have come out. I mentioned in one of the videos that they did have two of the cars that I wanted, which is the Bugatti Chiron and the Kia Stinger came out. But Forza, knock it off with the SUVs. I love SUVs and I love trucks, but not in my motorsport games. They are not fun to drive around on racetracks. And in the last two car packs, we have gotten 4 pickup trucks and SUVs. In the Dell car pack, we got the Ram 2500 Power Wagon. Oh, that's a speed demon on the nothing. It's just not fast. It's not you can boost it up, but it's just not fast. And then the Dodge Durango SRT, which is fast, but I don't care. In Horizon, I will love that car. I'll love that thing like I love the Jeep and the other fast, the Trail Cat and some of those. Or the Track Hawk, that one. But not in the motorsport game. Then they came out with the most recent motorsport pack, which only has one real car I really care for, and it's actually the Lincoln Continental. The 2017, it's kind of a nice looking car, but not really much of a race car. It does have a few other race cars, which I'm good with always releasing race cars. I really am. But then it has 2 more trucks. The Chevy Colorado ZR2, which I guess is supposed to be the answer to the Raptor. Good luck. And the 2017, there's a lot. Volvo XC90 R Design. Please, Forza. I get that you're making these things for the next game, but don't put them in this game. Put them in the Horizon game and give us race cars or cars that at least would go onto race tracks for the actual racing game. There's no dirt tracks, there's no off-roading in motorsport. So quit giving me vehicles that are better suited for those environments. Every car pack has had at least one truck or SUV. And it's a trend that, I get it. They're making these cars for the Horizon series, for the future. But right now, they don't fit with where they're going. And so I feel like I've wasted my money on some of these cars because I don't really want to play with them. And by what I've seen online, not a lot of other people want trucks in the Forza games either until they get to the Horizon series and they can make use of them. Their ground clearance and their off-road abilities in an off-road environment. Forza, think about it. Now I'm going to get to the topic at hand. I have a Switch. I bought one when it was on sale. I got the Mario Odyssey pack. I have not been a Mario fan since the original Mario Brothers. I've never been a big Mario Kart fan. I don't play Mario Tennis. I don't play Mario Party. I don't play Smash Brothers. Don't play Mario Golf. Don't play Mario Baseball. I am not a Mario fan. I've never seen, not since I was 9 or 10 years old, have I seen the fascination in Mario. But Super Mario Odyssey looked really awesome. So when I bought my Switch, I wanted to have that game with it. I played it for about 15, 20 minutes, just couldn't get into it. Now, I get people have said it's a great game, but I'm not a Mario fan. And I need to give it more of a chance. I really do. And that's why in the title I'm putting, I don't like the Switch yet. Because the Switch is still not. I'm waiting. They're making a lot of games that were last generation and bringing it to the Switch, which I'm good with. There's a lot of really good games in that last generation that can now be made portable, which is awesome. But I don't take my Switch out of the house. Now, maybe that would change, but it's like the only times I go out of the house, it's to do something that requires me to pay attention to what I'm doing. So I don't really have time to just sit and play, a game or something. So I just basically leave it at home. I hate the controller. I've not spent the $70 on a Pro controller because I'm not playing the Switch that much. I bought Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and just haven't been able to get into that one either. And that one looked. I'm more of a racing game fan than I ever was. Now I'm waiting for Hyrule Warriors because I love Dynasty Warriors games. I'm not a big Zelda fan, but Hyrule Warriors looks like a lot of fun. And I'm waiting for that one to come out because it's the definitive edition with everything out, and I might get more use out of my Switch then. I'm waiting for Nintendo, even if it's a last generation racing game, to release some kind of a racing simulation. Gear Club sucks. It's terrible. It's an Android game. It's for a phone. And these games are built around paying to go further in them. This game, it feels floaty. It's just not a lot of fun. There's not a lot of cars, not a lot of options. It's just not that fun of a game. And I love racing games. And that one, I couldn't get into that one either. I am one that predicted that the Switch would do well. I did a video about the time the Switch was coming out. I said the Switch would sell about 70 to 100 million units over its lifetime. I might have underestimated. That sucker may go past the 100 million mark. It's doing really well. And there are lots of people that love the machine. I'm not telling you don't buy the thing, because it's just not making the kinds of games I want to play, but it sure as heck is making a lot of other games that other people want to play. So I'm never going to tell you don't buy something. It's doing really well. Lots of people love it. If you're thinking about buying it, but if you're thinking about buying it and your favorite thing in the world is racing games, I would say stay away from it, because Mario Kart. I'm sorry, Mario Kart is just not my bag, man. I just don't like Mario Kart games. I haven't liked Mario Kart since Super Mario 64, and I only liked one track, and that was the Dirt Stadium track. I have just never been a big Mario fan. I mean, it goes from, even at the time when the next generation of systems was coming out, I had a Genesis. I've only had one. I had the NES as my primary system. Since then, I've never had a Nintendo system as my primary system. I've had the DS, which was really good. The DS was a really good machine. I never went to buy the 3DS. The Switch I bought because it looked like it was going to be really, really cool, and a lot of people said a lot of great things about it, but I don't like it yet. Hyrule Warriors has yet to come out. I'm hoping that the more people that develop for it, somebody's going to develop something that's at least a little bit of a racing sim. It doesn't have to be the highest graphics in the world. I don't need it to be the best graphics. Just a good, even if it's got the graphics of, Gran Turismo 5 and Forza Motorsport 4, good enough. Just bring me a racing sim, man. Bring me something that I can, really sink my teeth into in that game racing-wise. It's just one of those machines. But to be fair, I don't play my PS4 that much either. My Xbox One gets most of my attention because it has the Forza series. I'm playing Dynasty Warriors on it. I could have got it on the PS4, but why? It's like most of what I do, anything I watch is on my Xbox One. That's where my media players are. That's where I watch Netflix. It's where I watch YouTube and Hulu and things like that. So it's my primary media machine. It looks like the Switch doesn't even have some of these things. I mean, Netflix still isn't a thing on there. So it's right now just basically a game machine. So it's like, okay, but a lot of people love it. I can't get into it. I'm not a big fan of the controller. I'm not going to spend $70 on a pro controller for a game system I'm not playing. So I don't like it yet. 1 year in, and I don't like it yet. That doesn't mean I won't love it. The bigger this system gets, the more systems it sells, the more third party people will get involved with it, and they'll make games. Give me some racing sims. Give me something I can sink my teeth into. Because you're not going to get Gran Turismo and you're not going to get Forza, so it's going to have to be something more proprietary or something brand new, which I'd love to play. Maybe a Project Cars 1, the original Project Cars. Maybe The Crew. I don't know. The original. Something, it's just something else. But just give me something I can, really sink my teeth into racing-wise. But I've still seen some things that the Switch, you use it too much and it twists itself. It basically warps. The system still seems to work, but it does warp itself a little bit. That I think they'll fix probably in, next gen, because they always improve these machines as they go. So they probably the next couple generations of this machine, they'll fix the warping problem. And it's due to excessive use. You really have to use this thing a lot to do it. But right now, not a fan. I can't get into it. I just don't like the controller. There's not enough games out for it. There's a lot of indie titles. I'm not an indie title guy. I'm really not. To me, indie titles remind me too much of just early Atari games and Nintendo and so. I'm past those generations. I want to play new stuff. But a lot of other people love that stuff, and that's good. If you love it, that's great. Play it, buy it. I'm not telling you don't buy it. This is still, like I predicted, 70 to 100 million units in the lifetime of this machine, and I may have underbid it. It's doing really, really, really well, and I'm it's like if it's successful and people love it and they make a lot of great games, eventually they'll probably make something that I'll like, and then I'll use the machine more. I'm not giving up on it, not by a long shot. I paid for it. It's there. It will get used at some point. I'm confident that with the more third-party support and the more popular this thing is, the more games that will come out for it. It'll have a gigantic library, and there's going to be something in there I want to play. But for now, after 1 year, I don't like it. I don't want to play. I thought I want to play Breath of the Wild, but I heard how difficult the game was, and with a name like Eezeey Gamer, I don't feel like struggling. It's like, and it's a massive game, but it gets Game of the Year nods all the time. Mario, I think I just need to give it more of a chance, and then I might get into it. There are too many people that love this game for me to not enjoy it. I just have to give it more of a chance, but I need more time for that. So, what do you think of the Switch? Do you think I'm crazy? Do you have is there any indie title out there, or any title out there other than Gear that's a racing title other than Mario Kart and this stupid Gear Club that's on the horizon or is out that I'm just not aware of? I would love to know about it. Is there, I don't know. Hyrule Warriors I think is going to get a lot of love from me once it comes out, and I will get it. With all that being said, to the troops, past, present, and future, thanks for the freedom.